Outlaw Rockstar here for Scott Slash World at Shaka Khan in Charleston, West Virginia with Savana Wehunt. Savannah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's an awesome Sunday. We got beautiful weather outside. I'm excited.
Now, Savannah, you've been very fortunate from at least from my perspective. I'm sure from yours, getting involved in the craze of the whole Walking Dead. To call it anything short of a pop culture phenomenon would be understating. And you've got to do a lot of cool things on the show. You got to be zombies. You've done a lot of double work for some of the cast members on the show. For Carl, for the governor's daughter. What's the entire experience been like for you?
When I first started out, it was really it was surreal just being on a TV show, like being on a set and seeing all the crew and everything like that. And but my whole experience on the show has been great. Everyone is so nice, and it's like a family when you go to work. It's not like you dread to go to work every morning. I look forward to going to work. I look forward to seeing the crew and the cast and sitting and talking with them and catching up with them about life and stuff. So it really has been a surreal experience for sure. And then coming and doing conventions is the best thing ever, because then I get to meet the people we're filming for pretty much. Like, these are the people that love the show, and it's just so cool for them to say, oh, I'm so excited to see this or that, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad you're excited. Yeah, I love it. It's great.
What's it like for you? Let's spin the clock back a little bit here. The first time that you were on the set, the first time they started putting that makeup on for you, what is that moment like for you? By that point, was the show already a hit when you started getting associated with it? I
started in season 2, so it was kind of getting big. We had just filmed. It was the first day of filming for season 2, and literally, I walked onto set. It was the first time I had ever been on a set anywhere, and I was like, whoa, because it was like an army of cameras and an army of like people moving things, and we did the highway scene. It was like 150 zombies on this highway, and I saw the cast members, and I was like, oh my God, look! I didn't know at that point I'd be doing double work for them and stuff like that, but it was just really cool to see it, and I was just beyond excited to be there. But I was also kind of nervous because I didn't know anybody. But you make friends really quick.
I've heard a lot of people in the past give interviews about working on The Walking Dead, and it sounds really like when you get on set, and certainly from the way that you've spoken about it, it's so very close-knit. It's not like it's this snobbish hierarchy where certain people believe they're above the other people that are working on it. It sounds like so much of a collaboration, like such a welcoming environment to become a part of.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm there, it's like everyone says good morning to each other. I'm not there every day, but I'm there a good bit. So when I am there, it's so awesome just to, feel that welcoming, and they remember your name, and they ask you about something you talked to them about 3 weeks ago, and they remembered it. Yeah, but we are very, very close-knit, and oh my goodness, I enjoy it so much. I've worked on a couple other TV shows and movies, and there is that hierarchy that you don't go and talk to the director or the producer or the writer. They're like gods, and I can just sit with the writers and talk to them all day.
Now, do you get to interact on some basis with the people that you do double work for on set, and what's that been like for you?
When I do double work for like Penny and for Penny, it's so funny because Kylie, was 9 at the time, I believe, but she was just a cutie. She was always full-spirited, and working with her, Carl, he's the most talented actor I've seriously ever met. He blows me away every day, and I've been working with him since he was 11, and he's 14 now.
I mean, he's still very, very young to be that good.
Yeah, I mean, it started off, when he was 11, he liked to play, Angry Birds and be a kid, but now it's like he goes to work, and it's like, I'm going to work, and he's so adult, and his voice is changing, and it's just cool to see everybody grow. And with Sophia, I've seen, after, she met her demise, I saw her, I guess, about 6 months later, and she looked like she just shot up like a tree. Just grew like 6 inches, and she's gotten so big, and it's just cool to see, to work with those people, and you have a connection with them and their families. and you kind of grow together too.
Do you have a fondest memory from working on this set?
Probably the fondest memory that I had is we were filming where Sophia came out of the barn. And at first, when I started working, it was I would come to work and everybody would be polite, but I hadn't really gotten like really close with each other. And we were filming that day of Sophia coming out of the barn, and everybody watched that whole scene as we were filming, and it was like time stopped. And the camera crew just was staring, and the writers and everything. And I even caught myself sitting back and watching her come out of the barn, and I was crying. I myself was crying, and one of my friends next to me was like, "Are you seriously crying right now?" And I'm like, "This is so like." I told him, I was like, "Look around you. Look at how many people this is affecting." But after that day, it was like you have a special moment with people, and you know how much of a crew you're working with and how well they work together.
And that was probably emotional on a number of levels, not only from the writing and the acting standpoint. Of course, that season had been building towards that moment the whole time. They were looking for this girl, and then she comes out there. But behind the scenes, you have an actor that had been heavily involved, a young actor that had been involved since the first season, and they know after that day that character's part on there is done, and they're done with that. And that's
She was so sweet after we had filmed that. She gave like her farewell speech to everybody, like with the crew, and we were all crying. We were just ridiculous. It was like with the waterworks opened up. But I mean, she was like 11, and she's giving a farewell speech off of one of the biggest TV shows on TV, and it really does bring you together for sure.
Well, Savana, we thank you very much for giving us the time to talk to you here today. I know you're very busy with everything that's going on. You're a very charming young lady. I'm sure we'll see a lot of good things from you in the future. Appreciate it.